The Top Gun Naval Fighter Weapons School is where the best of the best train to refine the elite flying skills. When hotshot fighter pilot Maverick is sent to the school, his reckless attitude and cocky demeanor put him at odds with the other pilots, especially the cool and collected Iceman. But Maverick isn't only competing to be the top fighter pilot, he's also fighting for the attention of his beautiful flight instructor. Welcome, everybody, to the N-Word for Nerd podcast. I am your host, Jason, and I'm here with the Duke of all Nightshades, the Duke of all Nerds, the real Jason himself. That, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know that, from the word Maverick and Iceman, that is the summary for 19, insert the N numbers, Top Gun. We reviewed Top Gun again because next week, or this weekend, Top Gun Maverick is going to come out, and we're going to review that. So, Jason, what is a one-sentence review of Top Gun OG?
Please do not take this the wrong way, everybody. But my one-sentence review, I mean this with all kindness and love in my heart. This movie is so gay.
My one-sentence review of Top Gun is, this movie sucks. I'm gonna get started. I've been saying for years Top Gun's overrated. I get it, guys. It's 80s, it's nostalgia. The songs are banging, and I'll give it that. The songs are banging.
The three songs they used.
yeah. The songs are banging. I get it. I love it too. I just cannot put up with the fact that this movie is about literally nothing. And at the end, it's like, oh, some people invaded this airspace, and now we got to take them down. Like, it's about nothing. Goose's death is pretty much like, it doesn't do anything because it isn't, quote unquote, his fault. Now, you can make an argument about maybe he was too overzealous, but at the end of the day, like, the machinery failed them.
Yeah.
So what lesson was it really to be learned from this? And I get it. He's heartbroken because his partner died, and I get that. Respect the grief. But it was no lesson to be learned here. It'd be different if Maverick's foolishness caused the death, and it was like, oh, he had to learn a bigger lesson about, like, this is what can happen. Because the whole time they keep saying, oh yeah, we're about to get into that, Rufus. Don't worry.
We about to get into this.
We're gonna get into that heavily. But it's like it's terrible. And also, here's the biggest sin of this movie. And I think it's a trend with all today's stuff, is that Tom Cruise is probably one of the most charismatic guys to ever be on film. How in the hell do you make a whole movie where he's the least charismatic guy?
He's the least likable motherfucker.
Yeah. Like, at no point was I rooting for Maverick. At every point I was like, man, that Iceman dude has it together. And I wonder why he fucking hates Maverick, because Maverick fucking sucks balls. Like, hey, I just, and look, and guys, I'm not doing this reactionary. I felt this way about Top Gun for a while. So when Jason was like, oh, we need to review this, I was like, yes, because I need to get my opinions out about this. Yes, Rufus, the black guy on this called Sundown. But not even that. Not even is the black guy on this thing called Sundown. The worst part about it is, like, the black guy really only got like one line. And it's like, why didn't you take the shot? And then you get chumped up by like 5'1" Tom Cruise. Black dude should have been like, motherfucker, I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from Detroit. I'm from Chicago. I will knock your little ass out. Don't touch me again. But no, black dude just took it and was like, oh my goodness, I got told out.
Especially, like, you guys are fighter pilots, man. You guys are like the criminal. You guys are like air jocks, man. He would have not taken that shit. He would have been like, oh, no, he didn't. Like, we're Tyrone. Right. We about to jump his ass.
And like, look, guys, and I know a lot of, and that's one of our friends made the thing like, oh, well, 80s movies and black people. I get it. But you know what? We have a long history as black folks to find like that one character in the movie we like that like didn't just get chumped out, but was a black dude and was like, damn, oh, man, you did a good job out there, Maverick. And we'd be like, oh, what's that dude's name? Oh, his name is Charles B. Hayes the 25th. Oh, that's my dude in Top Gun.
Like hot chocolate.
right. We have a history for 80s movies going through and finding the one black dude and we rally with him. Like we were talking the other day, like Goldie from fucking Back to the Future becomes mayor. Like, yes, you know why I remember Goldie from Back to the Future? Because he was like the only black dude in there. And I was like, oh, the black dude with the gold tooth. Yeah, like that joker became mayor, got elected twice. Then you know how hard it is to have a gold tooth and get elected twice by white folks? Tony the man.
It's impossible. He must have been like, I'm giving away tax money. Right. Get this check.
A lot of fraud going on there. But the point is, it's just like, look, I get it, guys. Whiteness is going to prevail a lot on this Top Gun conversation. And I get it. White people, y'all love Top Gun because y'all love playing volleyball in the sand with your shirt off. Y'all all wish I could drive fighter pilots, for fighter, planes. Y'all wish you had, motorcycles like Maverick. And like, I get it all. I understand. I'm just letting you know, for me, and when I first saw this movie and everybody had hyped it up so much, I was like, nah, man, this ain't it. Like this movie, and I don't even want to get started on Dirty Dancing. One day we'll have a conversation about that trash of a movie. And that movie's a trash just because the premise of how they even have to do the Dirty Dancing is so jacked up that nobody wants to remember that this Joker was like telling the chick, get an abortion. Anyway, I'm on subject.
15, he's supposed to be like 26 too. Let's
yeah. The point of is that this is a trash movie, man. And I'm sad that, like, when I say this, I'm probably gonna get the most hate that I ever get because people just love this movie because of the 80s nostalgia. But you see, this is the problem. If I were to take that same attitude and be like, oh, it's a good movie because it's the 80s, and put it through a lot of other stuff, people would be like, no, that movie's still trash. And I'm like, yes, because this movie's trash. Just say I enjoyed the 3 songs. Just say, look, I enjoyed the quasi fake ass love story that literally was like, I'm an instructor, I can't date you. And then he comes over and is like, can I take a shower at your place? And she's like, okay. And then he like sits down and talks and he goes, oh yeah, I still gotta take that shower. And it was like, now we're in love. We gotta keep it a secret. What? He didn't even take her on a date. Like, what do we? This movie's trash, bro. It's trash. All right, that's it. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm over. My blood pressure's been 2 up this show.
If you see the love story as him needing to find a woman so that he can masquerade as being straight, it becomes a lot more interesting.
So hold on, they Batwoman, the girl in here.
Yeah.
Hey, let's make this character called Batwoman so Batman and Robin don't seem as gay.
Yeah. Because the memes about this movie are, I haven't watched this since the 80s. And so like a lot, but this is dripping with homoerotic subtext here. Like the very first scene where he's even with a lot of pilots. It's great. It's great. Like, yeah. But like all the shots, this is definitely not made for straight people because this and it's completely misogynistic towards the woman who is a trained instructor who he treats like dirt the whole entire time. Like he knows more than her, even though she's his instructor. Honestly, like Maverick's the villain in this piece. So he's definitely the bad guy here.
100%.
Iceman was 100% right. You guys are supposed to be, fighter pilots. You're supposed to protect each other and not, chase after the bad guys or whatever. Yeah, a lot of this movie doesn't make any damn sense. Especially at the end when they're, engaging in air-to-air combat with, I would assume, either Russians or North Koreans or Chinese or whatever, because them firing upon you that's war. You guys are in war now. You guys are doing war. And at the end, they're all cheering that they blew up all the MiGs. Like, no, they're going to come back with like 100 more MiGs and like invade and shit. You guys in World War III. Like, so it's like, the end is like completely like sappy. Like, I guess they needed something for them to fight for Maverick to get over his PTSD of losing his friend that he wouldn't have lost if he was just a better pilot and not such an asshole all the time. But Meg Ryan is in this. She's hot.
Yeah. Very much so. Yep.
Yeah. The volleyball scene makes like I'm watching this shit with my son, and he's like, "Why is this scene here?" And I'm like, "Because it's gay, man. This is like
it's gay.
This is fine, men on men love, man. This is PG homosexuality right here. You enjoy because that's the only reason why this is here. Because there's no reason for that scene to be there other than the fact because it doesn't show anything about the characters. It doesn't have the story. It's just a bunch of buff men, oiled up, Val Kilmer with their shirts off, except for for Goose, who was wearing a shirt, because who wants to see Goose naked anyway? Not me. Playing volleyball, and I'm here for it. I'm like, oh, yeah, this shit's gay. That's the only redeeming quality of this movie, is that I guess Tony Scott, rest his soul, was like looking at the screenplay and was like, I can make this gayer. And like no one in the 80s will know. And eventually somebody will be like, thank you, Tony Scott. And like some young
took me out of the closet.
Yeah. Because that's the only reason I can say that this movie has any merit whatsoever. And you're right, Jason. The aerial combat scenes are cool because they were actually done by the Navy and stuff like that. But you can tell that like they're not doing the things that they're saying they're doing in the scene.
I'm like you. I give it a pass. I give it a pass to the era and the technology. So yes,
they're just
right.
flying around.
Footage. Yeah, it's stock footage.
But hopefully, you know what? I have no expectation for this 35-year sequel. I do not care whatsoever. It could be good. It could be bad. Either way, I will not be disappointed because I don't care. And the fact that this is one of Tom Cruise's most famous movies is laughable. It is, every last one of the Mission Impossibles is better than this.
Fact.
Even the bad,
even two. Yeah, even two.
Even two. I would even take Cocktails over this.
Oh, Cocktails way better than this. Risky Business is out of this world better than this.
Like, shoot, I will even take Eyes Wide Shut over this. Or what's a shitty Tom Cruise movie? I would take just listening to him in the Scientology, him tell me about Katie Holmes over this. All right.
All right, Vanilla Sky or Top Gun?
Vanilla Sky, easy, hands down.
What was it? Steel Magnolias, wasn't it?
Steel Magnolias, hands down, easy.
Tropic Thunder. What's Top Gun?
Tropic Thunder with the blackface. All day, every day. I would probably take Tropic Thunder with a lot of movies. Honestly.
Oh, that's true. That is very true. Trying to think of other Tom Cruise vehicles that we could talk about. Oh, Jack Reacher 1.
Jack Reacher 1 was tight. Jack Reacher 2.
I like Jack Reacher 2 way better. I didn't like Jack Reacher 1 that much.
I like Jack Reacher 1 more.
We already know Edge of Tomorrow is way better than this, so we don't gotta worry about that at all.
Edge of Tomorrow, he might as well win
Oblivion or Top Gun.
Oh, the Scientology the movie? Oblivion. Like they had great... Like, honestly, Top Gun is not good. It is not good. It's just like just things happen, and then like, oh, it's the end. Here you go. I'm like, no.
Yeah, and I need people to understand this isn't some kind of well, it's because you guys looking at it in 2022. Like, no. I'm on record saying this back in the day that this movie was trash, and I didn't get why everybody was telling me I needed to rush to see this. Because unlike everybody else, I didn't grow up with the Whiteness movies in my household. So I didn't see Top Gun. So I went to college. Like I was a grown ass man.
There's a videotape of Jason at 6 years old going, man, Top Gun is trash.
Right. Oh, I got a hard one for you. The Mummy. What's Top Gun?
Oh, fuck. Oh, jeez. The Mummy because it has Russell Crowe in it. And Russell Crowe is always good for at least a fight.
Okay. No, I already figure like I know the answers to that, but I was asking War of the Worlds or
War of the Worlds is fun. I like War of the Worlds.
Again, I know, that's why I said I can know the answers to it. Oh, here's a good one. Night and Day, that movie he did with Cameron Diaz or Top Gun.
Who is more dislikable, Maverick or Knight? Oh, jeez. That's where you got to draw the line. It's like, who's the more dislikable person? I'm still pulling Night and Day off over Top Gun because it's just like there ain't nothing. There's nothing in the movie. There's nothing.
Legend or Top Gun.
Legend is a classic. With
people crap on Legend.
With freaking what's his face as the devil. It's a classic. Y'all didn't watch the right one.
Yeah. People crap on Legend a lot, which I don't understand the hate. Tim Curry is
Tim
the
Curry, that's what I was
darkness or the
thinking.
devil.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's actually wheelchair.
He's in a wheelchair now.
Yeah, he's wheelchair bound now. He had a
Oh
stroke.
wow.
But he can only do
dang.
voice acting now.
Man, prayers go up to Tim Curry, man. He's damn good at voice acting too. So
yeah. So he can't do that.
we already know Last Samurai is way better. We already know Minority Report is way better. Collateral's way better.
Collateral.
Like some of these, yeah.
This is his worst.
Okay.
Let's just go ahead. This is his worst movie.
What
and
about
I'm sure there's probably
Days of Thunder is better than this.
This is his worst movie. Let's just throw this out there. This is peak Tom Cruise. Poor Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Well, hope you guys enjoyed how we just shitted on Top Gun for about 20 minutes. we'll end off here. We'll end off here. Jason, what do you rate Top Gun?
1 out of 5, because I'm sure some kid's gonna realize they have feelings for men and be a better person because of it.
I'm gonna give it a 1. That's a lot higher than I gave Firestarter, which was a 0. So I feel like that's improvement. That is definitely improvement. All right, guys, remember Black Sands, The 7 Kingdoms. Get your book, Volume 1, Volume 2, on May 21st, 8 p.m. We will be going live and reviewing these books. It is part of our N-Word for Nerd book club, where we highlight Black and brown authors and illustrators and talk about their books, read the books first, and then talk about them. So, guys, please get your copies, support some brothers and sisters out there. And like I said, again, next week we will do another comments episode because you guys have been still pouring in with the comments, and I love it. We love to do it. Comments. So, and like always, we will tag you in the comments or send a comment to you, letting you know that you are in the comments show. So if you haven't left a comment yet, this is your time. Leave the comments so we can get it on next week's show and read out loud your funny statements. And if you want to agree with us, hate us, or whatever got to be done. So we'll get that done. Other than that, as always, thank you all for listening. We will see you all next week. Peace.
Thanks for
yes, they deserve to die. And I hope they burn in hell.
Burn in hell.